All right, now I think we have to get into it because a lot going on here. You know who we're going with. The Philadelphia Eagles versus the Green Bay Packers. Rodgers was his rib.
That's what they're saying.
We're going right here, his rib. 11 out of 16, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, sacked 3 times. It's the Eagles' defense. They gave up 33 points. Rodgers is a tough guy from we got the peanut gallery.
Yeah. He's a peanut, all right.
A.J. Dillon, how do you not feed him the ball more?
He was effective.
I mean, the only thing while I was watching that game, the Green Bay's defense was supposed to be very good.
Can we finally get Joe Barry out of there?
I think this is...
That guy doesn't look like he knows what the fuck he's doing.
And I think a reason why people should be... I don't want to say excited, but Eagles fans should be excited at least. Eagles' offensive line is absolutely insane.
Oh, yeah. Jason Kelce
They are the best offensive line in football. We saw it. Lane Johnson hasn't given up a sack in over 2 years. Absolutely
Jason
nuts.
Kelce snaps the ball and gets to the second level.
Oh,
Unlike anything I've ever seen.
And
it's unbelievable.
Their team on offense is stacked. They're going to go with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, I thought, played very well. Yeah. His passing was a little whatever, but... he made the throws when he had to.
And he didn't have to throw very often because
they did
rushed for 200 yards.
Right, and they put up 40 points. So I can't be like, oh man, he could have played better. They put up 40 points. But I mean, we're gonna have to get to it. Now, I am going to throw out here. I see a lot of chatter for Jordan Love. Throws a 4-yard slant pass. Christian Watson,
the fastest guy in the field,
to the house. Did anybody touch him? Did anybody come within 3 yards of him?
No.
Yes, he got him the ball. Oh man, do you start a guy because he throws a 3-yard pass and he takes off? Pro Football Focus kind of covered it. You're kind of in a weird situation here. What do we got for time? I'll try to hurry this up. Aaron Rodgers says he's playing this week. You can't not start Aaron Rodgers if he's healthy. What point do we look at Jordan Love just to see what he's got at the end of the year? The only problem is Aaron Rodgers counts for $99 million against your cap next year.
Yeah. If you let him go or whatever.
Do you look to see what Jordan Love has? Do you trade Jordan Love because we're gonna have all sorts of problems here now with Jordan Love?
You gotta do something. Gotta do something.
I don't know. I don't really know what the situation is, but again, Green Bay not going to make the playoffs. Like again, you're going to have to
win out.
You're going to have to win out, and the Giants, Commanders, Seahawks are going to have to have a monumental meltdown to lose out on those.
Yeah, that was if they wanted to have any sort of realistic, it's still a long shot. They had to beat the Eagles
because they should beat the Bears.
Yeah.
But what do you do with Aaron Rodgers?
Well, there's nobody that's going to take that contract.
Right, you can't trade him. He's untradeable because if you trade him, you set your franchise back 5 years. I know I've gone into it. You set it back 5 years unless Jordan Love's the guy.
Yeah.
So their schedule remaining is Chicago, Rams, should be 2 winnable games.
Mm-hmm.
Dolphins, Vikings. And then you finish at home against Detroit. So, I mean, at best, you're going 3-2, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe you go 4-1, but 4-1's not good enough, won't cut it. Do you take a look at Jordan Love? Now, I will say, Jim Irsay loves Jordan Love.
Yeah.
That was the whole reason Green Bay moved up ahead and take him.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know what the plan is, but I think it was worst case scenario. I think if Jordan Love went in there and dotted up the Eagles and was throwing, but the fact that you have a play where if you take away that play, he's 5 out of 8 for 50 yards or whatever it is, nothing crazy.
No.
But it's like you have that play, and again, I know it's because I've seen it all over the internet. I see it on ESPN. ESPN played it.
I don't understand why that's a highlight for Jordan Love. Why is that not a highlight for Christian Watson?
So I will say, I've argued this with people over the years, and this is why I think advanced statistics are so important. Because why?
Absolutely.
If you there's still people that'll stick to the advanced stats don't mean anything. Hey, that doesn't mean anything.
You got to be able to look at all the stats.
You have to be,
what you have to do.
There has to be, and because like again, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is because I think, and the problem is too is that play that he had, Jordan Love, like it wasn't a good play. It wasn't a bad like it was. I don't want to say it wasn't a good play. He dropped back, threw it to where it had to be. Watson took off. Jordan Love has looked okay. Like he is for on the season, 186 yards and a touchdown. No interceptions. But you're kind of I don't know. I don't know what a terrible situation that they're in.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. Because,
yeah, no, it really is.
Because
it's pretty much all you come
all
to
the
at the
Aaron
end of the
Rodgers
day.
haters are going to be like, nope. We got to see Love. It's time to move on.
But it's not a realistic thing for the franchise. It's really not.
For the franchise, unfortunately, fortunately or unfortunately, when you signed Rodgers to that contract, kind of
handcuffed him.
But I will say though, I will say going forward, they have no choice but to keep Rodgers.
Yes.
But man, maybe you just kind of let Jordan Love have these little spells at the end of the game, garbage time, and maybe Indianapolis calls up. And maybe they're like, hey, Matt Ryan's not the guy. Get some draft picks for him because that team needs a lot of talent on their team.
Yes.
I don't know.
And Quay Walker looked absolutely terrible.
Oh, Quay Walker is one of those guys where he's like a reactionary guy that flies around the football field, but you can't, if you're flying past the tackles you're supposed to be making, like, that's not good.
You're tackling them 8 yards deep.
Pro Football Focus has him graded absolutely horrible.
Well,
He is in the 40s.
should.
He has a 40s grade, which is, how are you playing?
Yeah.
That's how bad. He's young. We'll figure it out. Like, he was around
He makes
the ball,
decent reads.
and he's made guys cough up the ball a couple times, and he's kind of there, but I don't know. He's like, I'm watching him just run by guys.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, yeah, here's the guy I'm going to attack him when he runs by him at 1,000 miles an hour, and it's like, I don't know.
You got to hit him.
Like, you're excited about the talent, you're excited about the reach, you're excited about the speed, but you can't run by the guys.
No.
And that was watching him flying around trying to catch Miles Sanders and Jalen Hurts was tough to watch. But yeah, I don't know. What a terrible situation Green Bay's in right now. And we did it again, I see. I'm looking